All right, guys, I appreciate you coming over here for this. So what we're looking at is the 6-man EDS. So this was something that was like, realistically developed with the military mindset. But what we're finding is there's a very good application for the first responder community as well. So developed as a expedient personnel decon system, be able to decon 6 guys, 12 guys, 24 guys with the minimum amount of equipment required. So where this kind of really fits your all's mindset is, if you think of things like, special focus events like Super Bowls, baseball games, where you can't necessarily, yeah, sure, you're going to bring a hazmat rig out there, but if you got some guy who does something crazy, you can go in the back hallway, bust out a small kit, be able to decon all the technicians, all the hazmat techs, everyone that you really need to pretty rapidly. So opening the kit up, don't mind that. Of course, you've got following the same, what we talked about in the classroom piece, utilizing the same materials, FiberTech, Dahlgren, the same methodologies, this whole wipe and decon and then wipe everything down again. Whether it's equipment, PPE, sensitive items, there's a skin capability along with this, so it comes with RSDL, it comes with, it comes with FiberTech, you guys can use as a skin piece. You've got your shuffle pits. So this comes with 2 4-foot by 4-foot shuffle pits. And depending on the SOP that you got that is in place, you can set them up 1 or 2 ways. If it's more of an expedient method, set them up side by side, run 2 decon stations, have a guy, decon someone, simultaneously. If you're a little bit more lax on time, set them up long ways, have one guy run through decon at a time. So these shuffle pits were designed so you don't have to, grab a CO2 cartridge and blow up the sides. It's foam on the outside, so all you have to do is similar to the ones right over there, blow them out, let the air do its magic, all the foam will rise as you need to. What you'll notice about these, and the reason why we're using these in a small kit like this, is the containment blivets that you guys are used to. Trying to go inside of one of those in a level A suit's always kind of funny sometimes to watch guys do the mumbo jumbo trying to get in there. What's nice about these is when you're using Dahlgren, you're only using very little decon solution, so everything stays contained inside of this. Matter of fact, what you'll notice is you run 6 guys through this decon line, the shuffle pit at the bottom won't even be wet. Everything will be absorbed into the FiberTech. So all you're throwing away in terms of haz waste is going to be a FiberTech pad. So with every kit, and especially in this 6-man, it's going to come with 4 4-foot by 4-foot FiberTech pads. When you see this kit out in the real world, it actually has buttons and snaps, so everything goes together to mitigate a tripping hazard. Set this up in whatever way your SOP is. For argument's sake, this way, I'm going to set it up going through here. So what we've got, in addition to that, is the NATO standard hot line, cold line markers. So you don't let anyone try to figure out where you're, what's hot and what's cold. So we got a green line up there. And we've got our hot line that I'll set up right back here. So that way anyone coming into this space, you're good to go. One of the other things we've also added, so if you're going this way, so you're going to do your wipe, spray, wipe in this station right here. You can even have someone step into an 8mm oversized garment bag. So as soon as you come in, do wipe, spray, wipe, throw the bag on, step into it, start your cutout process. Drop everything right into the bag. As soon as you step out, right onto here, go into your metering station, come out over here. Yep, turn around, cross the line, mask off, you're done. Now you're clean. Everything else is going to be back there for you.
Think about this, not today, today's rain. Think about this a few days ago, it was 6 degrees. Yep. And now you're trying to use the old heat pump that we're using, and now you're basically creating a escape plan. This will largely decrease that effluent, the stuff that you're saving. You're not going to have these big piles.
Yep. So, and on that note too, right? So you get all these shuffle pits that are like very low, very little. Because you notice like the only thing I'm throwing away, excuse me, during a hazmat operation is realistically going to be the FiberTech wipe. Someone asked a question earlier, what do I do with all the FiberTech? I think it was you might have been. What do I do with all the FiberTech? Yeah, so, and you're absolutely right. Now that makes a lot of sense. If you think about it at the end of the day, during a hazmat operation, you've got You've got all these water blivets. You got all this equipment you have to dispose of. Everything you walk out of, where you're doing your decon to walking into your spray, where you're doing your spray, and that containment blivet, you're gonna pump all that out. It's gonna go into a 50-gallon drum. Someone's gotta dispose of it. How do I mitigate that? By throwing away just the fiber tech. That's all you have to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna step into here. Again, the whole wipe, spray wipe concept, right? Do all that right here. We even throw in oversized 8mm bags. There's a whole ton of them. There's a whole bunch set up right there behind you. Can you grab one of those bags real quick? My warehouse guys hate when I bust those open. But for argument's sake, these are the bags, right? Whether you're doing it here, whichever SOP and whichever guidelines you follow, do it here or step into it here. And then the same cutout guidelines that you guys saw all over there, you're doing the whole same thing right inside of here. So now you're mitigating consumption. You're mitigating all your waste product that you have to do at the end of the day. So if you ask yourself when you're going into the next phase and you look at this at a different scale, how do I take this kit and incorporate it into a different lane where I'm actually running level A suits, right? So do I need to potentially, if I know I'm going on my decon here, and I might even meter here after I've wiped myself down and see if I'm clean. When I go over here to actually rinse myself down, do I really need to dispose of that water if I know I'm clean before? Do you need to spray yourself down inside of a containment blivet there? So these are all the different things we're trying to get in people's minds and be a driver for to try to save money, save time, save effort at the end of the day. We've got DEA starting to go down this route on the front end where they're utilizing a shuffle pit like this and then they're spraying themselves down even back in the rear. They'll spray a level A's, throw them in a bag like that, take them back, put everything through a gear extractor, spray it down in the parking lot of the station, whatever you need to do. So that's the concept that goes behind this. Small kit, low logistics, low logistical burden. You don't have to have a whole heck of a lot of waste at the end of the day. And that's the concept, and that's the driver that's really behind this. So in addition to shuffle pits and looking at SOPs and things like that, we've made it a lot easier for whoever the fortunate guy is to be on the decon line. We've included small little waste pouches where you want to put sorbent powder in here, whether you want to put a liquid decontaminant in here. Use this as a kill bucket. Use this when you're going down range and actually putting in cutters, S-cuts, trauma shears, a detector, whatever you need to do to go down range. And then in addition to that, we've got some small collapsible 5-gallon buckets, whether you're putting water in here, again, if you're gonna put, Dahlgren in there or bleach or something like that, just as a kill rinse bucket, we have all those ideas. And with this, there's enough decontaminant, there's enough equipment in here to run one decon line, 2 decon lines. Again, whether you need to be expedient about this or run one guy at a time, whatever you need to do. Again, the same tactical sprayers that you'll see time and time again. What's nice about these, I can throw it on my waistband. I can actually start pumping and doing the decon as I'm going along. FiberTech RSDL, we've included chem tape inside of here. So if you have a guy coming in who needs to go through emergency decon real quick, or you notice there's a guy that's already been deployed down range who's got a suit breach. Sometimes guys don't have chem tape readily available. We've included it in the kit, so all you gotta do is wipe, throw your RSDL on there if you know what the threat agent is, cover up with chem tape, go through and do your decon. So all of that's encompassed into one small little kit. And again, we're looking at the 6-man version here, 1 bag, 2 shuffle pits. These scale up equally, 12-man, 24-man, even your training kits. So one of the key pieces here, so a lot of organizations will give you trainers where you can't use in a real-world scenario. Not in this case. Everything that you see in a training aspect, you can take the core components and actually cycle through your real-world equipment sets. So your shuffle pits, your bags, your sprayers, everything that you would see that's traditionally a consumable out in the field, cycle through at the end of the day. Recycling your equipment, you actually have to use this and deploy it. 2 facets, right? Relatively inexpensive, so you throw the shuffle pit away and reuse it. Option B would be spray it down with Dahlgren, let it sit, wrap everything up, throw it in the bag, bring it back here, spray it off out there, wherever you need to do. You can actually reconstitute all the equipment that's here for the most part.
Like the prices here, when it says for shuffle pit, they're talking about the containment and the 3 pads?
Let me see what you got on this one. Correct. Yep, correct. So that's a shuffle pit with all the 3 pads. I can tell you right now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the EDS 6 is right around the $3,100 ballpark, give or take. And of course, they scale up. They scale up from there. What you can do is you can take out the RSDL. And again, it's the same shelf life, same storage requirements we've been talking about all along, where you're at your 10 years, 15 years. With the RSDL, your limiting factor is, of course, 5 years. One of the questions that popped up during an earlier scenario was, what's RSDL? I mean, have any of you guys here actually used it? Know what it's for? And again, so we incorporate into kits like this because it's more military-centric, where you have a greater risk of seeing chem warfare agents. And so, but here, where it's applicable is some of your organophosphates, T2 toxins. So that's one of the scenarios to an extent, right? So this I would take out, but for what it is, for your all's knowledge, it's reactive skin decon lotion. We of course use it in the military quite a bit. It's a required item for all the CSTs and SURF-Ps. But where it kind of fits in here is for kind of hospitals, someone self-reports with whatever there, right? So it's the only FDA cleared skin decontaminant that actually neutralizes. Of course, RSDL, FiberTech, you can actually remove off the surface. RSDL is only good for hands, face, neck, and forearms. It's really all it's for. 5 CWAs and T2 toxin. That's really it. Everything else is going to be off-label claims, and you can't use it for that. So again, for the fire service, there's very few cases where you'd use it, primarily where you guys would see it in the fire service if any of you are affiliated with a FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Task Force. That's about the only time you're going to see it in the fire service. Either that or a CST or a SURF-P, if any interagency ops there. But yeah, that's basically the kit. Everything all encompassed in one small area. Any questions?
What are the snaps for?
Snaps? What we've done is we've incorporated, if people have pre-existing shuffle pits. So if you have an existing expedient personnel decon system, we can snap a Velcro piece to this, and that way you can connect everything together. But all these shuffle pits that we make will snap together, so you can move them as one unit if you need to, and create a whole grid square puzzle piece if you like.
What other items coming up, Mike?
So of course we have. Other than the shuffle pits, you've got your bags. You guys have seen the FiberTech wipes. I mentioned the glow sticks that go in for low light conditions. One of the last pieces that we've included in here is headlamps, right? So, if we're actually doing this in low light areas, the power goes out, whatever the case may be, we've got you covered. Throw a headlamp on, someone's able to go in and actually start to do a decon in low light if you need to. You'll be able to clearly designate where your hot line is, clearly designate where your cold line is, and be able to operate everywhere in between. So there's about, in the 6-man, you get 18 oversized pack bags. So that way, if you have to do leak seal pack, if you have to overpack, if you've got to be able to carry stuff in, carry stuff out, you can do that. What's special about this bag is it's got straps on the inside. So what I can do is if I'm actually need to carry something out, be it if I'm an EOD tech and I got to pack out a 155 round, I can strap it to the inside of this bag and actually carry it out and take it wherever I need to. That's really the gist of it. Well, that's it. That's all I got, guys.